Good morning, students. Today we are going to see a new subject, that is mini project with the name web programming with PHP and MySQL practical. Okay, here we are going to develop 5 mini project, that is web programming, that is creating website, web page using PHP, and the backend file is MySQL. You all of you know what is PHP. Is it also MySQL? But you have not enough practical knowledge. Just you know the theoretical point of view. Web programming. What is web programming? Yeah, web-based applications are web programming. Programs developed to design web applications are web programming. Here we are going to design a web application with the help of PHP and use the database file as MySQL. You know one thing, PHP and MySQL are open source software. What is open source software? Anybody can use this software just by downloading it from the internet. We don't want to pay anything for this software. That is open source software. What is the objective of this subject? Just develop web application with the help of PHP and MySQL, because nowadays the trend is going on with PHP. Person who have enough knowledge on PHP and MySQL can shine in information technology field, IT industry. So students, please be careful. I will just give a guideline. You are going to develop the project. Okay. We have 5 questions. Here we have 5 questions. After completing this 5 questions, you should try more and more to improve your skill based on PHP and MySQL. Okay, students? Then only it is helpful to you. Okay. First question is, create a simple web page using PHP. Before that, you need to know how to install PHP. You don't want any other software, just you need BAMP server or XAMPP server. BAMP or XAMPP. BAMP or XAMPP server. Okay. Last semester we installed in our college computer BAMP server. There is a 32-bit BAMP server and a 64-bit BAMP server. You may install it based on your operating system. If you have 64-bit operating system, means you must install BAMP 64-bit. If you have 32-bit operating system, you must install BAMP 32-bit. Likewise, XAMPP. After installing the BAMP server, successfully you will be installed successfully. You need an editor, text editor, or front page or web page editor. Text editor is enough for our purpose. Text editor, you may there is a built-in text editor named Notepad, or you may use a Dreamweaver, or you may use Notepad++. Okay. After the successful installation of WAM server and the text editor, you may develop programs. You may just key in the code in the notepad text editor. After that, you may execute it in the server or execute it in the browser. That procedures are uploaded next day class or day after tomorrow class. Okay, just here we first I explain the questions. First, here we create a simple web page using PHP. Simple web page. What is web page? Web page is a single page in a website. Collection of web page will create a website. Web page is a single page in a website. For developing a web page, what are the things you need to know? We need some style, that is some template, that is the alignments, arrangements of image file and text file. These are template. For this we need style sheet. You already study about style sheet in HTML. Is it? Style sheet in HTML. After that we need a HTML file and PHP file. We may develop HTML and PHP file in a single page, but the style sheet file should be created separately. So we need three types of file. One is XML file, one is HTML file, and another one is PHP file. It may be a single file. If we need not any style, etc., just we develop a page with the help of PHP and HTML. Okay. Next, MySQL is a built-in database come along with the WAM server. So we need not to go anywhere to design database. In our example, I am going to design a simple web page for a coffee website. That page consists of a coffee shop consists of various types of coffees that will be displayed in a index page. That index page I am going to design. Next, design a form to create an email, store the data in a database, validate all the input fields, data connectivity in PHP with MySQL. That is, our backend database is stored in MySQL. Design a form to create an email. What is email? Just imagine our Gmail registration, Yahoo registration. Just like we are going to create an account. Next, after creating an account, our data must be stored in a database for future reference. Before submit it into the database, we must validate the input fields because some validation must be there, such as mobile number must be 10-digit field, age must be a 2-digit field, also age must greater than 18. These are all some of the validation. So you must validate the input fields. After that only we will submit the data to the database. That is our MySQL database. Next, third question is, create a MySQL database table. They provide the table name, table login with the fields, username and password. It is a simple application with a field, username and password. Perform the database operations. What are the database operations? Select, insert, delete, update on the table login. Select means view the data stored in the database. Next, insert, add a new data to the database. Next, delete data from the database. Update, if there is a need for editing data, we must update the database table. Okay. Next, fourth question. Fourth question is develop a crude application. It is same as the third question, but the name is slightly different. Crude. Crude means create, read, update and delete. Create. What is create? Create means creating a table. Next, read. Read means view the data from the database. Update. Update means editing the database. Delete. Delete means delete a record. Here, in this crude application, we develop a crude application for employee database. This employee database, we are act as an admin to add a new employee, view the list of employees, change an employee's salary or remove a fired employee. That is, remove the resigned employee. Next, fifth question is create a table with two columns, namely the name of the player and number of wickets. Create a chart to display the data. It is just like a exercise in our Excel. Here, if we install BAM server, there is a large procedure to develop this program. If we have exam server, we just enter the data and link it with the exam server. Okay. Anyway, we will see in our exercise. Okay, students. Okay, we will see next session. Okay, thank you.